Thank you everyone for joining us today. A really exciting time for our club as we officially welcome Matthew Dellavedova and his family for the Sydney Kings for the next 3 years. A really important signing, probably one of the biggest signings of the club's recent history. Multi-Olympian, NBA champion, 500 plus NBA games, and just a really exciting time for our club. So I'm going to pass it over to Matthew to take some questions from everyone here, but just really excited for the trajectory of where this signing is going to take us in our team. So I'll pass it over to Matthew now.
Well, going through this process, the big goal for me was what is going to give me the best opportunity to make another World Cup and an Olympic team. And when you're sitting across the table from Goorj, Bogues, Luke, it's just a really great choice, and I can't wait to get started. You know, just having deep, strong relationships, having gone through intense battles on the biggest stage, obviously, with Goorj at 2 Olympics, with Bogues for a number of years on the playing side, and just the level of understanding and common goal. It's really exciting. Then I've played with Zave at Boomers camps a lot and have always connected well with him on the court. He's always in the right spot, but enjoyed his company off the floor as well. You know, really tough to not get it done after being in 2 Game 5s, and I had a great time in Melbourne and great relationships there, and I really appreciate everything the club and the people there have done for me. But yeah, just really excited for this new chapter. It's definitely one of them. I mean, I've still got a lot of goals that I want to achieve, and obviously signing here for 3 years, the big focus for next season is doing whatever I can to help this team and the boys win a championship here. And then, personally, longer term, it's the World Cup and Olympics. But I feel like I'm still improving. I've improved each season I've been in the NBL, and I feel like I have a lot of growth left in my game and in my body, and I'm excited to continue to push it to find where I can make those gains. Because the Boomers has always been so important for me, I've always viewed my career in 4-year blocks, and so that's the 4-year block that I'm viewing it as, and a big part of it was trying to make that Paris Olympic team, which I did, and then I was really focused on the NBL season, and then after the season finished, it was figuring out the next 3 years. It was a big part of the decision, and I want to improve, I want to grow, and having strong relationships with Goorj and Bogues and Luke that are already there is going to make the transition a lot easier. Goorj came over to our place in Melbourne, and we spent a couple of hours just talking basketball, talking through the team, and just really starting that process of just making sure we're completely aligned on the same page and can get ready to work. It's a long time before the season starts, and there's a lot of work that goes into trying to compete for a championship, and obviously fallen short twice. I know it's hard, and there's nothing guaranteed, and it takes a lot of work to even give yourself an opportunity to get there. But I'm really excited by the pieces that are here, and there's a lot of versatility defensively, guys that can defend multiple positions, a lot of athletes that can get out and run, and then a lot of shooting as well. So there's a lot of exciting pieces here, and I look forward to just figuring out how to make each guy better, and was working out with Zave this morning, and it's going to be fun playing pick and roll with him. He's got great hands, he's always in the right spot, and it's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. Like there was a clear picture of where I feel I could come in and contribute. obviously, yeah, some great pieces that they've already played together. They have some things that really work already, and I look forward to working with them to add, you know, a bit more flavour with it as well. It's slowly sinking in. I think, getting off the plane yesterday morning and seeing everyone, it felt a lot more relaxed than when I visited last week, when I was still trying to figure things out. And taking some photos yesterday in the Kings gear, it made it feel more real. And then being on the court with Zave, and it's obviously a big move, but I'm really excited for the challenge.
I was very much like Delly, looking around and saying, man, you got Andrew Bogut, you got Luke Longley sitting there, and then meeting with Robin Pryor. It's a pretty dynamic recruiting tool. And sitting at dinner and walking out of there, because this as Delly spoke, it's kind of on the flip side too. You know, being with Delly for the time I have, 2 Olympic Games, being with the Kings and the pieces that we have, and maybe a little misunderstood as the season finished. It's not empty, it's half empty, it's half full. We've got some beautiful pieces, some things that we're really excited about, but we had a major piece to that roster missing. And being around Delly like I have at those 2 Olympics, I knew as soon as the season finished, that's the target, and really the one guy in the free agents that could change us. On and off the court. So just couldn't be more excited. And just, he talked about the meeting that we had. I just feel like for myself, you know, when you're around Delly and you go to that meeting, you better be prepared. You know, you fly in today or last night, don't come in this morning, fly in tonight, because he's going to work out in the morning before he comes here. So all of those dynamics are exciting. Well, when you talk about culture, it's to me it's setting standards. And you look at Delly when he gets up here and talks, and you look at what he's done and what he's accomplished, and he's talking about the next Olympics, and he's talking about a championship. So, as a coach, who's going to set the standards? It's not me, empowerment. And Delly's the kind of guy that's going to set these standards high, and he's going to drive the standards on the day-to-day, not only on the players, but on all aspects of the business. And right now, I feel like we're at the beginning stages, new coaching staff, new ownership, a bunch of new young players, and that piece was missing last year in the locker room, on the floor, and for me, just being around him yesterday and the whole recruiting process, an enjoyment, an energy, an excitement, a love of the game. And for me, just personally, it just brings so much. And then the excitement for all of us. I mean, I think the fans are excited. I know coming in, once the signing, my phone ran hot, and it was our players. Man, great get, coach, great get, because it's a credit to them. I mean, Delly's not coming here if he doesn't like the pieces around this, if he doesn't like the organization, if he doesn't like our fans, our stadium. So it's a compliment to everybody involved in the Kings. It's going to be Delly's team, and I think he's excited about that. The ball's going to be in his hand, and everything's going to run through him. And we see him and he talks about it when he gets up here, is making the guys around him better, being that piece defensively and offensively, and that's Delly. So again, it's going to run through him. I believe that. For what Delly is, it's positionally when you look at the group, and I keep saying that we've got a lot of greatness there, but it's his piece in every aspect of who he is. Just being Delly is the piece that's missing. You know, so and you could see that last year. We needed that floor general. We needed that voice on the floor, and you only saw game day. It was the same thing on the day-to-day. He's just going to help, and I think other guys become leaders as well. They just need that guy to play off. So in every aspect of who he is, and all he has to do is be himself, and that's nice as well. Great, great. Just, I mean, again, having the two of them together and being away and seeing, and two very talented players as well as what we're talking about. It's high level, it's intense, and you could see the excitement from Xavier. Just a little feel of what's to come. It was nice. Well, being away from the Kings last year and coming back out of the Olympics and walking into this, there's a lot. The standard is high. So when you come into this, you better have the pieces and you better be covered. And now is when the games start, you play the games, but this part is really, really important. So gives me a little bit of security that, we're covered where we need to be covered to go to where Sydney needs to go. And this is, when I lay down at night, I don't wake up in the middle of the night like this and look at the ceiling. I roll over and go back to sleep. Well, the goal here doesn't, from all of us, it's you don't, the goal is to win a championship, and I always feel like the goal of the organization is to be in the top four. You get in that top four consistently on a year-to-year basis, you're going to break through and win one. And the goal of it is always here is to win the championship, or really, again, you don't bring a guy like Delly here. And he's not signing somewhere where you don't have that chance. So the goal is to win a championship and to build something here that's always in the top four, knocking on that door.